uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, humans of these earthlings, if you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too, welcome back to channel. I'm Bushka, and today's video is sponsored by PUBG Mobile. This is a video I've been meaning to make for a little while, and it's about throwables. It's about the grenade update 1.1, or the grenade changes in update 1.1, which are huge. So I'm going to go through what those changes are, how they've affected the meta, and the new king of all that is throwable, the MOLOTOV cocktail. Not the Molotov. See, I said lol instead of mole. It's because I'm a funny guy. Yeah, try the feel. I'll be here all week. The interesting thing about this is I can see where the changes are coming from. They're trying to make some of the things that aren't being used as much, for instance, Molotovs and stun grenades, more effective and more useful, and giving them a role within the game. And they're trying to diminish the things that are being used consistently again and again and again, the frag grenades. And the smokes are neither here nor there. There's not a lot has changed with smokes. Smokes are still pretty cool. The thing is, they nerfed by about 20% the damage of frag grenades, and they buffed by 20% the radius of Molotov cocktails. But what I think has happened now is that Molotovs are just even more dangerous than these things, the frag grenades, the pineapples. But frag grenades are still just about equally as dangerous as they used to be. I'm going to get 3 kills here with frags, because I like throwing frags in different rooms. And I'm just very lucky. I like to spin the old roulette wheel and see how we go. How do I know so much about frag grenades? Well, I like to eat them. I like to eat my frag grenades. You can see here I'm about to eat a frag grenade. And it's my own frag grenade, so I know all about frag grenades from inside and out. Molotovs now are absolutely glorious. They are so dangerous. Mollies will do around about 25% a tick if you're sitting in the middle of a molly. Like, you're going to go, that's me eating my own grenade. I knew I'd thrown it. I don't know what that guy says. It sounded like it was Japanese. It went, caw, like a crow. Frag grenades, the kill radius is still about 12 feet. If you're within 12 feet of one of these things, you're gone, even at 20%. And stun grenades, well, let me read you the stun grenade changes, and then I'm going to talk about the meta as it exists at the moment. Stun grenades will take effect 0.7 seconds after hitting the ground, okay? And they have increased the effective range from 5 to 6.5, and they have also improved the blast effect. That last one isn't particularly exciting, that's just, you know, candy. The problem with a stun grenade, and let me run you through this, is you've got mollies and you've got grens. If you throw a stun grenade, the odds of it stunning the target, of them not being like ducking behind a wall or something, and getting a full effect stun out, are quite large. It's tough to do. Whereas, if you throw a Molotov like I did there, I got 2 knocks out of that one molly. I could have thrown a stun and stunned both those players. But I wouldn't have been sure. I wouldn't have been sure they were stunned. I could have pushed and they would have been just fine. Whereas with the molly, it's not just burning them, it's also denying them that area. So while I do appreciate the effects that they've changed on the stun grenades, they still lag behind the molly and the frag grenade tremendously. It's very hard to make a convincing case that you would use a flash over a frag grenade in any of these instances, because if you can get close enough to hit them and do big damage to them with a frag or a molly, then why in the world would you just want to flash them and then charge in and take all that risk? Now, this is something else that isn't mentioned in the patch notes, but I feel absolutely certain of this. I used to be able to throw about 50 meters with a smoke gren or a frag gren. Like, I threw that 75 meters. I'm going to measure that for you now. And I was just running away. It was just a diversionary tactic. The bounces on these things now are legit. I feel like they've changed the physics on the bounces. That's like 80 meters nearly. And you can now get these things 80 meters easily. Frags particularly are popping up all over the place. So if you were to rock 75 meters away, you're not safe. You're just not safe. I'm going to rebound that one off the back wall. And then we pre-fire the corner so that he can't run through it. He would have got eaten a whole lot of 7.62 if he had tried to escape there. So now mollies are just so valuable. Mollies are incredibly strong. Think of it this way. If you drop someone in the middle of a molly, like I throw it in that wall, look where I'm getting hit. Like, look at the whole area down here and look how much damage it does to me, even though I'm on the edge of that radius. The whole area just instantly obliterated with the floor is lava kind of thing. I'm going to show you a wonderful clip here of me being bad with a Molotov cocktail and somehow still getting through to the end of it all. So I am changing things up now. Whereas I used to carry just an inordinately large amount of smokes, I feel like the molly is now so strong that, oh God, this is terrible. Watch this. I aim it, but it just hits the wall. I was aimed right down the middle. That was like, look at the ticks. And then I hide behind this, and this is the problem with frags. Frags, unless you have direct line of sight, don't do any damage. So that tiny little bit of wall there stops the frag from doing anything at all. Whereas a molly would have just chewed through anything on the same horizontal plane. And that's scary. That's why mollies are so good. You just chuck them up there and they not only burn people, but they area deny people. Now this is the old molly and I want to show you the difference. Watch how much damage I take. I'm going to molly the guy. He's up there. He's hiding in one of these rooms. You can see I'm going to molly this and you watch the difference here in terms of damage taken. Now he is inside that room. He's a little bit on fire, right? He's in the right hand corner there. I'm going to walk up and get a little bit on fire, but not, there's no deterrent. Like not nearly as big a deterrent as there is now, where if you throw a molly, and you're going to see me throw it at these at this house here, they just evacuate. They just leave. They don't go upstairs. They just leave the building. You can't run through a Molotov cocktail anymore. You can, but you're just about dead at the end of it, and all they have to do is breathe on you. Whereas previously, if I chucked a molly on a stairwell, they would push through the Molotov, and they'd only take a few ticks of damage that weren't particularly bad. Well, mollies now burn long and they burn hard, and that means that you don't have to be perfect with your throws. You can see there's two people there. This is an older clip, and I'm going to molly that corner. And one's knocked, and we are actually going to hit him, but we're going to get them both. I'm going to get a full heal in here, and this guy's just going to push because mollies just didn't do enough damage to be a real deterrent. They just didn't stop you. Like, you just rolled straight through anyway. They're excellent, excellent, excellent with this whole horizontal plane thing where they just burn rooms that are next to rooms for clearing people who are camping hard to reach corners. And this is especially obvious when you're running around in a map, on a map like Livik, which is a TPP paradise where you want to hold angles. This guy's going to hold the corner. He's going to hold the corner on the balcony, and he's going to TPP peek it. He's not going to come in for me. And I know this. He probably knows I know this. So I'm able to utilize the incredible burning power of the Molotov. The Molotov cocktail. Molotov cocktail. You heard it here first. Tell everyone. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Bushka made a funny. And he won't stop talking. I am a dad. Yeah, he's up there. He's up the top. He's up the top. And we're like, what's this guy doing? And I now know he's on the balcony. I can hear him. I can hear those footsteps. Like, he's on the balcony. He's on the balcony. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm going to go up there. I'm going to push that angle. And I'm going to get killed. I'm going to get killed because I can't physically beat that angle that he's holding. He's third-party peeking a wall. And I can't get out there. But I can just drop a molly ever so gently over the edge. And this will absolutely ruin his day. And he is just going to absolutely freak out and panic. That's covering most of that balcony now. Wherever he is, he's taking huge damage and he jumps straight off. I hardly had to touch him, and he just went straight down with that P90. He was in all sorts of problems. Now, that's not to say that the frag grenade is any less devastating than it used to be. It's still very, very, very effective. And the smoke grenade, it now takes off 1 second after it hits the ground. And the smoke grenade is really the utility belt of PUBG Mobile. This is great play. I'm going to show you this. This guy puts a smoke there. So he blocks my ability to see him. I try and get some ability to get across, and he's third party peeking the doorway across the road. I just can't get there, and the only place left for me to go is in here, and he's waiting for that, and here comes the grenade. Well played, sir. Well played. Very well played. And that's what I love about the smoke. The smoke is the utility belt of PUBG Mobile. It allows you to both obscure so that you can loot things like crates and boxes. Cross, it allows you to stop people from having a clear line of sight when you revive. And you can even use smokes, which I do quite often when people are camping buildings, if I don't have anything that's offensively minded, to just block their line of sight so they can't third-party peek you. Like, a smoke will just stop you. And then with these new houses like this, like, I think this guy is up there somewhere. The molly kills him. The molly just flat out kills him. You don't need the Gren. The molly's better. So I'm carrying a lot more mollies than I used to carry, and they are super, super effective. A frag grenade, if he had been lying down in that corner and it lands on the other side of the box, if it doesn't have direct line of sight to the target, it would have done 0 damage. The molly just made the whole floor lava. Now, frags are great, and you should be good at throwing frags and jumping him off windows and just chucking him in corners, because people third-party peek the very, very corner of things. But mollies are absolutely glorious now. I can't get enough of that Molotov stuff. I don't know what this clip's about. Is this a grenade clip, Bushka? Oh yeah, this is a grenade clip. And I'm going to show you, obviously, this is another a bank shot again. This is a very, very, very good way of using Grens, because they've got a big splash radius. They up the blast radius a little bit. If you've got someone that's damaged and they are anywhere within QE, they're still going to go down. Like, you can see how far away from the actual dot that guy was, and he absolutely got flogged. I think mollies are glorious, and I will be highly encouraging all of you to use Molotovs to the best of your ability. And it creates all kinds of issues, because people that are camping will generally be doing it while lying down. The early game too, mollies early game are so strong. If you can get a molly out early game, people don't have meds, they don't have proper gear, they're taking damage on a hot drop. Look, and you burn a long time with a Molotov now. Hope you guys enjoyed that. The meta has changed, the game has changed, and in my opinion, for the better. I still have a hard time recommending stuns over any other grenade. Smoke will stop them from seeing you. Mollies will burn them up, and flashbangs. I mean, if you can hit with a smoke, or you can hit with a frag, why not just use that? I'd rather kill someone than flashbang them. I'm Bushka. Look after yourselves, and as always, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.